Good afternoon, welcome to Gate TV here at Hartsdown Park. My name is Charlotte Richardson.
Hello there, and I'm Eric Barrett. We're very excited to bring you live to Hartsdown Park for Margate taking on Dover Athletic from the National League here this afternoon.
And Eric, this is the highest place opposition Jay Saunders' side would have faced in pre-season. What are you expecting from the next 90 minutes?
It's obviously going to be a really big challenge for the Gate and playing against higher league opposition, but you do see players raise their game for these kinds of games, and so some of the Gate players are going to want to be impressing today, as will some of the Dover Athletic signings. They've got quite a few trialists playing today, and so it should be a competitive game.
Yeah, it should be. And out on the pitch at the moment, both teams are warming up. Dover looking really sharp. This is only their second pre-season game, whereas obviously the Gate have had plenty of fixtures since we were last here at Gate TV. They've been on their travels away at Brentwood, and then midweek had a trip to Faversham Town. And Eric, it's one of the things we've been saying each week. One of the results of COVID is our non-league pyramid system and the football system as a whole. Everyone's got different start dates, returning to competitive football, so it will be a bit of a mismatch in that respect.
Yeah, certainly. So Margate, they kicked the league season off away to Brightling Sea Region on the 19th of September, so only a couple of weeks away, and so Jay Saunders is going to want to see his side getting ready for league action, whereas Dover Athletic, they've only had one pre-season so far with a 1-0 win away at Hive in the week, but they've got a little bit more time to prepare. I think they're looking to start the National League season on the 3rd of October, so perhaps their fitness levels are not going to be quite as high.
Yeah, I think for them it's a good test to even come here to Margate, an opportunity for Andy Hessenthaler and his coaching staff to cast an eye over some trialists. Like we said, we will be running through the starting 11s for both teams very shortly, but just painting a bit of a scene here. We've got crowds back here at Hartsdown Park, which is fantastic, which is something National League teams still haven't had their confirmation about. I understand there's a meeting happening on Monday, which again is going to be so important for clubs like Dover. It's been well publicised, the financial impact on their team. But at least here at Margate, we have a start date for the season. We know now, not too long, this time 2 weeks' time, competitive football returns.
Yeah, and as you say, it's great to have fans back here. Just walking around the ground a moment ago, there's quite a few of the Whites shirts knocking about. They've got quite a few supporters here today, so a very warm welcome to them here to Hartsdown Park, and also a very warm welcome to all of the Margate fans, either here in person or watching through Gate TV. And also we're hoping we've got a few Dover fans joining in for today's game, and football fans in general. You're all very welcome. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe to Gate TV on YouTube and get the communication going with us and with other supporters. We'll be doing some shout outs through the game if you want to put some polite messages in the YouTube chat and on the Twitter account as well.
Right, well, shall we talk through these starting 11s then, Eric? If I go first with the Margate lineup, it's the first outing out here at Hartsdown Park for new goalkeeper Bailey Voss. Chris Sessignon, a familiar face here to Margate fans. He is slotting in to the defensive lineup alongside Jay Porter. Number 4 is Reece Prestige, and skipper Ben Swift will be marshalling the defence alongside Liam Friend. Jack Richards took a nasty knock to the head during the friendly against Faversham Town, but he's able to start today alongside Freddie Moncoa in the heart of the Margate midfield. John Ufua also is included. I know, again, Jay said midweek he's been playing in a number of different roles for the manager. Lewis Carey and Connor Evans complete that starting 11. On the bench we have Owen Calamere, George Lamb, George Wilkinson, Archie Burnett and Olamoya Lawal. Hopefully I've got that pronunciation right there at the end.
We've got John Ufua down as a number 9, so perhaps he'll be starting in that unfamiliar role as a striker. And as you say, new signing Bailey Voss, really excited to see him today.
Me too.
Experienced goalkeeper. He was at Dartford last season, so he's played at a higher level and has just recently been released from Colchester United, so a really great signing for the Gate.
Yeah, an incredible signing. I know manager Jay Saunders was really happy to recruit his services. Over 150 appearances for such a young goalkeeper at the level above as well, so I'm sure he will bring a lot of experience, and anyone that was at Faversham Town on Tuesday night would have known that there were a couple of worldies I don't think he had much of a chance with, but again, it would be really great for Margate supporters to have the opportunity to watch him for the first time in action here at Hartsdown Park. Eric, do you want to talk us through this Dover starting 11 today?
Sure. So in goal we've got Josh Bexon and Josh Paisley, Will de Havilland, and new signing TJ Bramble, Antigua international and former Gills player. There are a number of trialists in the side, so playing at number 5 is a trialist, and the names have been kept from us for obvious reasons. I'm sure manager Andy Hessenthaler wouldn't want any of these trialists being poached by other clubs. And playing in the middle of the park is new signing and captain today, former Bromley man Sam Wood. Joe Bedford playing at number 17, a trialist at number 7, and Stephen Rigg at number 19. Trialist playing up front as number 9, and Jack Munns lining up as number 11. And on the bench we have new signing from Sevenoaks Town, Louis Collins, Travis Gregory, Ruban Samut, Oscar Goben, Harrison Kempston, Nikolai Popov, Curtis Cumberbatch, Marcus Ratton, and trialists plural. So there is a big squad here for the Dover athletics side, and manager Andy Hessenthaler still having a look at some of these new faces. They have had a lot of change with their squad over the summer, and so it will certainly be interesting to see how they get on today with so many unfamiliar faces within their team.
Yeah, definitely. I think, like we said at the very start of the show, Margate and Dover at different stages of their pre-season, and if you caught our interview with manager Jay Saunders ahead of kick-off, he made it clear that today things turn up a notch for the Gate. He wants to see his players really beginning to intensify the tempo and nail on their argument and their case for a starting position when the Gate travel to Brightlingsea. The longest trip of the season comes first from Margate, and again it just feels like there's another layer of excitement now as we count down towards the start of the competitive season.
Yeah, it's not long to go. I think a long trip to the coast is could be a lot worse. It could be a middle of winter Tuesday night. So yeah. I think that it's quite a nice time to go to these sides, which are you're not knowing what to expect from possibly Brightlingsea. And Carshalton Athletic, the first game here back at Hartsdown Park for the new league season, will be a big challenge. Carshalton are expected to be pushing in the upper section of the league, so perhaps it's a good time, as Jay was saying in his interview earlier today, it's a good time to play those teams before they kind of settle down and find their style of play. He
also made the point as well about pitch conditions, and I suppose the thing and a plus of having a 3G pitch is you kind of know what the surface is going to be like come what may, but going to places like Brightlingsea, when you're hoping the pitch has kind of received some TLC over the last couple of weeks, that was a major plus. And of course as well, we will have an FA Cup game which will shake the schedule up as well, so that will be interesting to see who the Gate are drawn against. And like I would say, I would get anyone to have a quick watch of that interview with Jay. We covered a range of things over the interview, and one of the points that he made, which I thought was really interesting around player recruitment that I hadn't potentially thought of, Eric, was the fact that normally managers like Jay, they use their connections to get Football League players down, which is something he admitted that he's been trying to do. But unfortunately, because in the Football League and the Premier League more specifically, they're operating in bubbles, the players that he would normally have access to have also been unavailable. Again, I guess it's just one of those things as football fans we don't think of that a manager's having to deal with in this unique pre-season.
Yes, and I don't think managers have had to deal with this in the past before. Obviously the coronavirus pandemic is something that's unfamiliar to football clubs, and clubs are finding their way. Obviously, having fans back, we are COVID secure here. Lots of processes being put in place, and it's helping evolve football in a way. So we're able to bring you this live stream today via Gate TV, which is really exciting and really good to have our have supporters joining us today. Charlotte, you mentioned about the pitch, and I think Andy Hessenthaler, the manager, will be really happy for Dover Athletic to come here as well for a pre-season opportunity to play on the 3G, because in the National League you do have a number of clubs also on similar surfaces. So you've got Sutton United and also Bromley as well. We've got a similar surface, so it'd be a really good opportunity to get some practice on this type of surface. Yeah,
definitely. I think that's a really good point, Eric. And the National League is such a competitive league. As we saw, there's a number of Kent clubs competing. Ebbsfleet United got relegated last year out of the National League. It's ruthlessly competitive. You have to be on it all the time. So I guess having that flexibility within your squad to be able to play on the grass, but also switch it up and play on the 3G as well. And the sun is shining down here. It's a little bit less windy than our last outing out against Ramsgate. I can't believe that was 2 weeks ago.
What a game that was. Margate 3-2 victors against local rivals Ramsgate to take the Isle of Thanet Cup for the second year running. It was a fantastic game, and hopefully we'll be able to bring you those highlights during the half-time break today.
But it's back to home comforts for Jay Saunders. Midweek we had a catch-up and he assessed the 2 away trips at Brentwood and Faversham, admitting that obviously it goes without saying he needs to recruit a striker, and there was a bit of a devastating blow a couple of weeks ago. Noel Layton is out with an Achilles injury, and we'd been kind of bigging him up, hadn't we, in his pre-season. What a kind of, well, I guess he's just up front, he was tireless. So the Gate are having to kind of mend around that, and Jay was saying there is a striker number 1 on his list. If you did tune into that interview as well, he did say he's got a sign-in. The sign-in's moving house today, unfortunately. So once all the paperwork is signed, sealed and delivered, hopefully that will be announced on the club's website. But yeah, it goes without saying, it's such an important role for any football club, and it's that cutting edge that's been missing in certainly the midweek trip to Faversham.
Yeah, on the attacking side of things, it's good to see Jack Richards out there. He did take a blow midweek. He's got a bit of a gash on his head, and he was a bit of an uncertainty for the game, but it's really good to see him starting today, because we are a little bit light in the fire department today.
But also, Eric, he's a player we've identified that's had a really good pre-season so far. He's looked energetic and creative, also really dangerous from sort of set pieces as well. So it's, like you say, really great to see him get some more minutes today. And you're looking at that starting 11 now, and are you thinking manager Jay Saunders is getting there towards what his starting 11 will be against Brighton Sea?
Yes, I think it certainly looked like a more of a settled side. Obviously, injury to Noel Layton has put a bit of a spanner in the works, and for Noel it would be a real big disappointment, because obviously players have been putting in a lot of effort pre-season, and a lot of that hard work goes out the window when you're having to take a bit of time out to rest and recuperate and repair.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to today's game, the opportunity to welcome National League opposition here at Hartsdown Park. I can't really recall the last time Dover came down to visit for a pre-season friendly, but it will be a really, really good match-up. And in particular, again, just for the opportunity for players to embed with each other, those combinations, those partnerships that we saw in the Ramsgate game really beginning to come to fruition. And from what Jay said, particularly against Brentwood, he was beginning to see that the Gate were playing some really nice stuff. It's just about getting that cutting edge up top. So fingers crossed we'll see a little bit of that come to fruition this afternoon as skipper Ben Swift discusses with the referee as we count down to the final, or to the start of the game. The handshakes or the fist pumps as we're now becoming accustomed to take place.
So Charlotte, who from the Margate side are you looking forward to seeing today?
I'm really looking forward to seeing it sounds a bit of a boring one really, considering that we need a bit more firepower, but seeing that Margate back four, I think if that's the Margate back four that can start and be consistent throughout the season, we should be all right. Also the opportunity to watch Bailey Voss in action for the first time. Last time we were doing commentary here at Gate TV, we spoke about the importance of a goalkeeper. Keeping someone consistent as your number one is integral no matter what level you're at, and I think as well the fact that we've been able to get him on a permanent deal really adds some stability there. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that defence and goalkeeper link up. I sung Reece prestigious praises last time, but ultimately I really want to see some goals for Margate.
Well, Connor Evans has certainly looked lively in the games where he was a trialist and subsequently been signed by manager Jay Saunders. He got a brace in the 3-2 victory against Ramsgate, and he's certainly been a real find for the Margate side, and it's really good to see him in the starting lineup.
So we are underway here at Hartsdown Park. Jay Porter on the ball, searching for a long pass up to Afua, who again is probably going to be asked to play a slightly different role this afternoon in that number 9 shirt.
Yeah, he'll certainly be doing a lot of chasing down and a lot of running, so certainly a good position to play if you're trying to build up your fitness during the pre-season period. And we're just getting a message through on our live chat, so Small Enterprise, shout out to the Coventry branch. So there you go, very welcome, thank you for joining us today here at Hartsdown Park.
And Eric, should we try and get some score predictions, get people to message us? What do you think will be the full-time result here? See if anyone gets it right.
An early attack here for Dover down this right flank. Cross is deflected, and an early catch here for Bailey Vose. Really good shout there, and that's what you want to see, a bit of leadership coming from your goalkeeper. A really good start there from the new signing.
Yeah, communication is so key from your goalkeeper. You want someone who's confident, and particularly in the early phases of the game as well, to be commanding, be a physical presence in and around the area. And I think that's, again, whenever you have an interview or a chat with centre backs, knowing that they've got a commanding presence behind them just gives them that extra bit of confidence to push on the front foot. And obviously last time we were here doing commentary, Ramsgate scored very, very early on, so it'll be interesting to see who gets, or if either team managed to get an early goal here at Hartsdown Park this afternoon.
Those under pressure, clearing well, looking for Sessignon, good header from the right back.
Sessignon is such a composed right back, isn't he?
Really good ball over the top, opportunity here, but the Dover defender was covering well. So we've got our first score prediction through the chat. So Coxie, I hope you are a Dover fan. Dover 3, Margate 0.
Very, very confident there. So it'd be interesting as well. Dover lost Ini Effinyong. He signed for Football League opposition, and he was such a pivotal player for them in the National League. His goals were massive. They were a foundation they built the team off of. So there you go. Good to see you back in your team with a few goals this afternoon.
Lewis Carey standing over this corner from Margate. Good delivery. Opportunity still alive. Ufwa in possession, cuts the ball back out to the edge of the box. Shot coming in from Moncur that's blocked, and the Whites are able to clear their lines.
Sessignon doing well there under pressure, passes back to Voss as Margate look to build another attacking play. And we've got another shout out on our YouTube channel, Leighton Moore, saying the Manchester branch here. Do let us know again when you're doing these shout outs what team you're supporting, whether you're here following the Gate or Dover, or maybe you're just a football fan who fancies a little bit of action here on 3 PM on your Saturday.
Yeah, I'm wondering, can we beat previous people joining us from as far away as the Philippines? Yeah. So we had Philippines, Norway and Scotland.
They were streaming us in Berlin even.
Yeah, a pub in Berlin, so not a bad place to watch the Gate.
And it's been a busy week off the field as well, with the confirmation of a start date for the league. The club issued early bird season ticket sales, which I've heard have been selling really, really well, which is great, because again we're counting down to when competitive football comes back to Hartsdown Park. It's been a long, long wait. Dover winning the set piece there. Captain Sam Wood, a signing from Bromley, a good signing, a good recruit for them over the summer. But one thing you can always guarantee with an Andy Hessenthaler side is they're going to be organised, and that's a great thing for Jay Saunders to set his side up against this afternoon.
De Havilland playing a long ball forward, looking for the trialist striker, number 9. Swift doing well to clear his lines and win the throw-in.
It's good to see supporters still making their way into Hartsdown Park this afternoon. Great to have fans back in stadiums. It's something that the non-league game is crying out for. Non-league football just doesn't work without fans, and there's a good contingent here. The allocation obviously changed from 15% to 30%, meaning more football fans could return, and hopefully the same can be said for our visitors, because as soon as they can get fans back at the Crab, all the better.
Josh Bexon kicking long. Margate starting this game very well, getting a lot of the possession here. I think they've been dominating play somewhat so far.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot more kind of fluidity in the passing, and that tempo looking really encouraging early on here with only 5 minutes or so played so far. As Liam Friend is on the ball, he looks and assesses his options, looking for the short pass to Prestige, but in turn decides to play back to the keeper. Good ball out there by Bailey, finds Porter, but the Gate lose possession in the middle of the park, and it is the visitors that look to mount an attacking charge. Munn's on the ball, passes to De Haven, and there's still a core group here. I know there's been a lot of change over fans. I'm sure you'll be really keen to watch the guys today. There's still a core foundation there for Dover. Josh Paisley on that right back had a great season for them as well, was really impressive on the right hand flank, but there have been a number of big names. Kevin Locko, Bobby Joe Taylor, Ini Effinyong have departed, so I guess it's an opportunity for Dover to kind of reinvent themselves, welcome some new faces and mould together.
Swift in possession, under pressure, plays to Sessignon. Good little disguised pass from there. It's good to see Margate playing good football here and finding their fluidity, because it's been a tough pre-season with 6 defeats out of 7 so far, and so this would be probably the stage where Jay would really want to see the side coming together and start playing the football that you want to be taking into the new season, which is only a couple of weeks away. I
think they're playing some really, really lovely stuff so far this game, Eric, and like you say, winning games of football is obviously a given. It builds confidence, but the fact that Margate are playing this kind of stuff is really encouraging. Jay was very transparent about it. He was very open about the fact that he's pleased with advancements that the team have made. It is just that kind of final piece of the jigsaw puzzle, getting the ball in the back of the net.
Evans finding Porter. So we've got another shout out. So James Green, hello from the London branch. So very welcome, James. Thank you for joining us today here at Gate TV.
And we will be bringing you live streams. I know lots of people have been asking when we announced this, about a month ago now. Gate TV will be streaming all of our home pre-season games, which includes the visit of Tunbridge Angels next Saturday. It is going to be the Gate's final pre-season game before the trip to Brightonsea Regent the following week. So if you're a Margate fan, make a note in your diary. We will be streaming the game against Tunbridge Angels next Saturday, but of course it would be great if you can get here to buy your ticket, which will be going on sale tomorrow as well. Do snap them up, because we are at capacity, so once the tickets go, they are gone. They are not available at turnstiles on the day. And one thing I would say is that Margate are looking really composed at the moment, Eric, which is good. I think that defensive foundation is so key, isn't it? And having the recruits that Jay identified in the first few weeks, there's a bit more of an understanding now. I can see that, having just spent a couple of weeks not watching the team.
Yeah, I'd like to think that playing against higher league opposition in Dover Athletic, it's an opportunity for players to raise their game. Here's an opportunity, shooting from distance there. Unfortunately, the shot is screwed wide by Connor Evans, but good to see some positive play there. And as I was saying, we're moving towards the start of the season. It's almost time for business, and so I like to think that players are going to be getting their heads down and looking to get a result here. It is much needed, because it has been a really tough pre-season for the Gate. Jay's been looking to find a settled side, and hopefully today that's what we'll be seeing.
Sessignon there, waiting for the call from the keeper, but carries possession, passes it back to Bailey Voss, who clears his lines. It's those little things there, I guess, new teammates getting across their points and that communication being really, really vital. But the score remains 0-0 here at Hartsdown Park. If you are just joining us, thank you for your company. Let us know where you're tuned in from. Send us in your pictures. We'd love to share them. We're on all your social media accounts, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you name it, we're on there. It'd be great to see where you're tuned in from this afternoon.
Dover on the attack here. Munns plays a ball out wide to Trialist on the right wing. Crosses towards the penalty spot. Everybody's missed it, and Sessignon's able to pick that up. Plays a cute little ball inside for Moncur. Strong challenge there from another trialist from Dover, and it certainly looked too strong a challenge. Moncur's down injured. Let's hope it's not too serious there.
Strong tackle there as play is paused.
Yep, so that's Carey down injured. It looks to be in a bit of discomfort. Let's hope it's just a knock and nothing too serious.
This is an opportunity for both sets of players to have a little debrief of the opening 10 minutes so far. Sun is shining down here at Hartsdown Park. Perfect conditions for a pre-season run out. It looks like Kerry might be able to shake that one off. The centre back making his presence known there.
Yeah, I think that was a trialist who flew in on that challenge, so he'll certainly be looking to impress manager Andy Hestenthal, and putting a strong challenge in is one way of doing it.
It certainly is. It certainly is. As Bedford kickstarts play again, out to the new signing from Gillingham, a young player there who will only benefit from playing alongside the likes of de Havilland, who signed for Dover from Maidstone. I think he was kind of at the heartbeat of the Dover defence last year.
Carey making his way back on the pitch. Good to see that he's managing to jog that one off. As Dover looked to get an attack underway, but Porter doing well to get his body across to let the ball run out for a goal kick.
Be a good test for Porter this afternoon. Like I say, Paisley's a key player for Dover, does his defensive duties, but is known to bound forward and create attacks, known for many an assist. So yeah, a good little match up there. We'll have to keep an eye on how that 1-to-1 goes on over the 90 minutes.
Look, slightly up and wide up. Love that, baby.
Good
Huge goal kick there from Vose.
And that's again a really important asset for your keeper. You want them to look dangerous from those opportunities and give the strikers something to run on to, picking up those first and second balls to give the Dover defence a bit of a headache, or as much of a headache as possible.
Yeah, those Route 1 attacks really helps in getting the pressure off your defence if that's what you're experiencing. It helps to move the whole side further up the pitch, and also it can be a useful tool to get an attack underway. So I look forward to seeing that throughout the season from Vose as an option.
Liam Friend there intercepting.
Munn's looking for a chest and volley, can't quite get his foot over that, and skies the shot over the bar.
If he's up and around here sometimes, he's tight. Maybe just flick, yeah? Just help on sometimes.
Big shout out to the Margate media team here. Fantastic effort from Kevin, Steve, and also Denny, who's at home with an injured back, general manager here at Margate. So great effort from all of you guys being able to bring this game live to you via Gate TV today.
Swifty winning the header then, as he is so accustomed to. He's looked so strong this pre-season. If there's a 50-50, you're backing Swifty, aren't you?
He certainly likes the challenge, and he got a goal, didn't he? I think away at Brentwood, header supposedly.
Oh, I think he's onside there. The Margate number 10 new signing. Those pink boots don't half stand out, do they?
Good effort there, just sailing over the crossbar. Margate looking like the more lively side here. A couple of decent opportunities on goal so far in the early stages of today's game. Yeah,
nice little effort there from Jack Richards. We know that he's got that in his locker. Reminding me actually of that stunning strike against Concord Rangers in the FA Cup last season. And again, it's really good to see the Margate players, as soon as they're getting a sight on goal, having the confidence to launch an effort or two, because again, it's something that Jay said throughout the week. It's something that we're going to keep on saying. The Gate need to start racking up some of those pre-season goals. Liam Friend winning the header over Stephen Rigg.
Opportunity here for Mufa, using his pace, runs in, the goalkeeper comes out. Unlucky there for Mufa, didn't quite manage to get his shot on target. Really good opportunity there for the Gate, and not able to capitalise.
That's the best opportunity of the game so far then. The Margate man winning the foot race against de Havilland. Hope to maybe get the effort on target there, but you know, all positive signs. I think that's the thing at the moment with the Margate attacking formation. It's not quite where manager Jay Saunders needs it to be, but his players are playing in different roles and doing the best that they can. But yeah, that would have been great to have seen that one go into the back of the net. I'm surprised actually to see that kind of opportunity get past the Dover defence. I don't think you're going to be afforded too many of those opportunities as the game goes on, and it just comes down to that point, Eric, doesn't it, of being ruthless with opportunities like that.
Yeah, fortunately it's only a friendly, but the Dover side have got a couple of trialists in the defence, so perhaps they weren't quite adept at communicating in the way they would have done. They are playing a very high line, and that will possibly present opportunities for Bafua to break that line and get through one-on-one with the goalkeeper. It's certainly going to be good for Jay to have that option, to have the pace of Ufua playing as striker at some point in the season. Opportunity now for Dover with a cross into the box, a floating cross, expertly brought down by the trialist number 9, but he's not able to get his shot off there.
Margate getting the decision there, looking to play it quick as Moncur is on the ball. Really positive stuff here so far from Margate. Reece Prestige, the ball just gets intercepted, waiting for it there. He looks to get possession back, but it's Dover who attack. They're in a very good position now as Wood, very ambitious with the effort there. I think he thought the Margate keeper was off his line, but he had it covered and it goes wide. Just a little bit more discipline needed by Margate there. It was a good opportunity.
Yeah, the pitch a bit dry today, and I think that held up that ball which Prestige was expecting to come into him with a bit more pace, but part of pre-season is getting back used to the conditions, and Jay's just having a word with Prestige there, just telling him to sit off in those situations if they do happen again.
Lots of players getting lots of touches on the ball, which I would say again, maybe in the pre-season game so far there's been some real standout players, but at the moment from 1 to 11 every Margate player is contributing now as Swifty clears his lines under the attention of Stephen Rigg, again a really key player for Dover. I think he became quite a favourite with supporters last year because of his work rate and his endeavour, and a bit like the Margate frontline sometimes when you're in that role it can feel a bit isolating. But as long as you've got that commitment and that 100% effort, you will get your rewards. As Margate form another attack with Richards on the left wing now, what can he do in this position as he fires forward, but the block is made. Moncur picks up possession and Porter makes the overlap there. Yeah, really positive signs there. The movement of the Margate players offering options as Porter releases in. Ooh.
Fantastic delivery there from Porter down the left flank, and Bafua rose like a fish there and got a really strong header on that, rattling the crossbar. Really unlucky for Margate not to take the lead with that effort.
Yeah, and a real shame there with Evans not being able to get it on the volley. But yeah, really positive stuff. What a quality delivery by Porter. Again, that is why he is such an asset to that our Margate team. Not only does he do his defensive duties, he can produce a cross like that. And from a tactical point of view, you can't help but get the feeling that this is an opportunity really for the Margate attack to press Dover while they're slightly under the cosh a little bit.
Yeah, it's certainly been a really good start from Margate. Not too many opportunities coming from National League side Dover, but they are a quality outfit, and I'm sure that they will get a fair few opportunities throughout this game.
Well, also again, you have to put these things into context. Dover have only just returned to pre-season training. It's a similar way to how Ramsgate and Margate were set up. Those couple of weeks do make a massive difference in terms of tempo and players' sharpness. So it's only right to make that point. As Munns is on the ball now, onto his right foot, great strike.
Oh, what a
great
save.
reaction by Voss.
Great footwork to get across there and pick that out of the top corner. And really strong hand to push it up wide for a corner.
And that is again why it's such a good opportunity to have Dover come to Hartsdown Park with players of such quality. It means that the goalkeeper can get a workout on his home debut here at Margate. And yeah, really quality save. And again, it's really important now that the Margate defence get organised, they set up as Wood prepares to take the corner.
Good job.
Cross comes in for the second time. Looked like a foul, but the referee says no. It looked like a high foot, but it's a goal, and Dover take the lead. 1-0 to Dover Athletic.
Stephen Rigg opening the scoring here at Hartsdown Park. we said if you put that work rate in, you get your rewards, and Rig has done so for the visitors. I'm sure Margate will be disappointed from that. It's another observation really. It's either been amazing 25-yard strikes, or it has been set pieces that have been the undoing of the Margate team. It's something that they need to kind of look at ahead of the start of the new season. But yep, it is the visitors. They open the scoring here, 1-0. It's important for the Gate now to keep their confidence up despite going a goal behind, as Jack Richards is on the ball, sets up Ufa. Can he get the important cross as quickly as he can? Richards is there. Can he finish? The block is made. Great defending.
Great effort. That looked like it crossed the line, and it certainly has at the second attempt there. Really good effort from
Connor Evans.
Connor Evans.
He scored another goal here. He loves scoring at Hartsdown Park, and the perfect response from the Gate there. It's a really good characteristic if you don't want to be doing it too often, mind you, but if you do fall a goal behind, like the Gate did at Ramsgate, like they have done this afternoon, to respond like that. A really, really classy finish there, and it's 1-1. We thought there'd be a few goals here at Hartsdown Park this afternoon, and with how many minutes have we got gone? 23 minutes played, 2 goals, and certainly that one there by Carey is another one to add to his pre-season tally. A quality finish.
Neither goalkeepers had much chance with both of those goals, have they? So off the crossbar for that one, and a second cross from a corner coming in to the back stick for the Dover goal.
Swifty again winning that 50-50 with the header as Kerry tries to pick up the ball, but it's a throw on for Dover. Pretty decent tempo to this game as well, which is what we want as well. We know it's pre-season friendlies, we know there's different objectives to the scoreline to get, but you want a game that you enjoy watching, and so far so good. As Rig picks up possession, will he look to get the shot on? He does, but the slip sees it go wide. Was there a deflection?
Yeah, deflection off Friend there, and another opportunity for Dover with a corner here. Previous one they have scored from. So we'll be looking for Margate to tighten it up here at the back. It's something you really want to get right in pre-season, your defence from set pieces, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely so. And with the experience of Swifty and Liam Friend and Porter, you expect Margate to be hard to break down, but it's equally important to not concede or gift any goals from set pieces. Important to kind of show that physicality on your marker, know where your man is, and don't give them a sniff.
Dangerous corner. Vosa elects to punch clear. Finds Moncur. Richards in possession. Looking for a teammate. Does really well to turn and play the ball down the line towards Moncur. Good covering though from Paisley. Goalkeeper Bexon under a bit of pressure. Manages to clear, but only out for a Margate throw-in.
Brilliant pressure there from the Gate, looking to produce a counter-attack. Great play again from Richards, and it means that the Gate are able to push forward and ask some more questions of the visitors as Moncur takes the ball into the corner, looks to find Sessignon, but possession is picked up by Munns. And the ball gets played long out to Paisley on that left flank. Steadily marshalled by Porter, who will look to try and stop any kind of cross coming into the Margate box. He's backed up now, but the cross does come in, but no trouble for the Margate keeper. Good defending there by the Gate.
The game went a little bit flat before the goals, but it's certainly livened up now. We've seen a goalless side so far.
And for Dover, it's a real rebuilding process over the summer. I say it again, real sympathy with National League sides. We feel like we've had it a bit tough in the Isthmian League, waiting for a pre-season date, but it's been even harder for the National League National League seeing this week that Bromley aren't even going to be selling season tickets this campaign because they can't guarantee when supporters will be allowed back. So these kind of off-the-field decisions have a big impact on the decisions that are able to be made on the pitch. So sad news from there, but hopefully again they'll be able to let fans in very shortly ahead of their start in October.
You mentioned season tickets. We are selling season tickets.
We are, early birds.
So is it Thursday the deadline?
Yeah.
Early bird season tickets. Get them by Thursday, and it'll be really great to welcome fans back for the new season here at Hartsdown Park.
Yeah, the club secretary tells me the sales are going really, really well, and it is a great.
Putting Bose under a bit of pressure. Good touch there.
Yeah, how's your touch? I'm sure we'll thank Swifty for that later. But yeah, the season ticket sales are going down really, really well, and with a ticket price increase for adults up to £12 per game, it makes the season ticket offer even more desirable. So do snap up that early bird offer. Really would encourage supporters to do so. I believe you can buy them online. You can also call up the club if you don't have access to the kind of technology to enable you to do so. But at the moment, with things being all online, it's quite hard for some supporters. We do appreciate that. So yeah, head to the club website. All the details you need are on there as Margate win another corner.
Kerry standing over this corner, just replacing the ball because the wind's picking up here at Hartsdown Park. Moved it out of position. And the wind's blown over the microphone. Good catch there from Charlotte.
No good with my feet, but you can always guarantee it here at Hartsdown Park. No matter what the weather conditions are like anywhere else, the wind will be blowing here.
Good delivery there from Kerry, right into the middle there of the 6-yard box, and Dover do well to clear their lines, and another opportunity for Kerry here with a corner. Great
delivery from Luke Carey there. It's so great to have an asset in your team like that can cause some trouble with their deliveries.
Corners with pace just over the first man are really difficult to defend against. Similar delivery towards the back stick. This time Dover are able to clear their lines. Richards doing well to win that header and find Carey. Delivery with his left foot. Ball spills out, and Dover now looking to get a attack underway. Handball there from trialist number 9.
That was lucky for the gate there, as it did look a little bit vulnerable. If the number 9 trialist for Dover had been able to pick up possession, it would have left Bailey Vos a little bit exposed, but fortunately not. The decision goes the way of the gate as they mount an attack. Settignon on the right hand side here, looking at his options, passes short to Richards, who finds the feet of Carey, and out wide to Jay Porter. Really great movement from the gate here, lots of rotations going on, little pockets of movement.
Yeah, players popping up in different positions, and it's really difficult to defend against that. And Margate looking really good in possession, some really good football. Ifua playing up front today, unfamiliar position for him, but he's really putting in a lot of effort and created some really good opportunities. Unlucky not to be on the score sheet.
And sometimes it is your work off the ball that sometimes can go a little bit unnoticed if you're playing in that role, that number 9 role up top. If you're tuned into Gate TV, don't forget you can send us your shout outs, send us your score predictions, which players are standing out so far to you wherever you're watching from. Do get in contact via our Twitter page, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you would like. It would be great to hear you, and it's great to see your conversations on the YouTube channel as well, having a bit of a chat amongst yourself.
Wow, I think we've got our most long distance viewer so far this pre-season. Yes, so shout out to Isaac Hunt watching from Australia.
Oh, lovely, brilliant. I wonder if there's anyone he's watching, or maybe it's just that international appeal of Kent football. The Kent derby.
Very kind mention from Mackie M for thank you for complimenting the commentary, and we hope you are enjoying the game we're bringing to you today via Gate TV. I promise you that is not one of my family members as far as I know. Effort here from distance from Richards, well held there from goalkeeper Josh Beckson.
Yeah, you mentioned family members. I think I should message Mum, Dad, send us some nice messages. But a shout out to Neil though, who has sent us a photo on the big screen. He's tuned in. Come on, Margate, hashtag up the gate. Thanks for your support, Neil.
Shout out to my mum and dad watching from Crawley today.
Oh, that looked like a late one there on Richards, who dusts himself off.
Victor Trifoli, cheers from France, up the gate.
Oh, nice. Well, we did hope that we would get some international viewers here on Gate TV. Thank you for subscribing, and do subscribe, because when you do, you're the first to get an alert whenever any of our content goes live, like the interview we did with manager Jay Saunders ahead of kickoff. Whenever anything goes live, you'll get a notification on your phone. We don't want you to miss anything, as we will be looking to do more and more content here on the channel.
Long ball, excellent ball from Porter from deep. Chance now, ball's played wide. Carey looking for his second with a strike, really well saved from goalkeeper Bexon.
And Prestige there, I think that's maybe the second time we've been a little bit nonchalant in possession, and Munns has been right on it. You cannot afford to give a team like Dover any opportunity to sniff out possession. The quality they have, even though this is only their second pre-season game, as the National League is starting later on in the season. Margate had to almost guess when to begin, and fair play to manager Jay and his coaching team. They got it pretty spot on, and I know in terms of timings he's really pleased with the decision they did make to start training when they did, and the schedule when they did as well, although they are looking for another run out this Tuesday. We'll keep you posted if any fixtures do get confirmed, although it is looking like if there is going to be a friendly, it will be away from home, not here at Hartsdown Park.
Sessignon not able to find a blue shirt there, and when Dover pick possession up, they do look dangerous on the counter attack. Margate getting away with giving the ball away there with an offside decision given.
I think manager Jay Saunders will be quite pleased so far. We've obviously only had the opportunity to watch the Gate at home, but in terms of confidence and composure on the ball, looking really, really solid.
Yeah, I can imagine that the Margate management side may have been a little bit apprehensive coming into this game with the squad as it is, with a couple of injuries, but they're certainly it's the best side that Margate could put out, and they're performing really well today. Currently drawing with National League side a couple of leagues above them.
Carey on the ball now in the middle of the park, finds Porter on the left-hand side. Dover doing a really good job pressing play, making it difficult for Margate to find the quick passes that are required. And the ball makes its way over here, just over the gantry. Couldn't catch that one. As Margate get the throw in, Sessignon plays it to John Ufwa, given way too much time. That was far too easy for Margate there, but let's see if they can make it count. Unfortunately not, the ball is given away.
Paisley now in possession down this right flank. Porter tracking back with him. Ball's played inside to Rigg. And Dover looking to just keep possession and get a feel for the ball here. Good turn there in the middle. Ball's played forward to the trialist.
Paisley doing really well there.
Yeah.
Not happy that he didn't get the call from the referee. As Dover string together and keep possession. Munns on the ball. Finds de Havilland. Margate doing really well there to cut out too many passing options. Some great defending, and they win the foul. Really good defending there from Margate, making it very hard to be broken down, which is exactly what you need against a National League side like Dover Athletic. And I guess it has been a challenging pre-season, COVID and everything else you add into the mix, but one of the real pluses has been the number of players from the youth team who have been making appearances. We look at that team sheet today, the number of substitutes coming from the Margate youth setups, really pleasing. And again, when we had a catch up in midweek, Jay was very quick to praise the youngsters who have really impressed him. It's a big thing to step up from youth football into men's football, and the likes of George Lamb, George Wilkinson, getting some very well deserved praise from the manager.
And also Stannard as well, who got a goal against Brentwood last weekend.
Richards doing a lovely little chip there as Carey beats the offside trap, picks up possession. Can he shake off the attention of the defender and find a teammate? It looks like he can. What a signing I think he will prove to be for Margate as the season goes on. Really adaptable and dangerous in so many positions, isn't he?
Yeah, he's certainly had a good start to life here at Hartsdown Park, and he looks to be able to play in a multitude of positions as well, which is certainly useful to manager Jay Saunders.
I think one of the things that Jay and his management team have done so well, I know recruitment is something that supporters have been talking about a lot, but it's recruiting in a shrewd way so that you've got different members in your squad that you can rotate, they can do different things for you tactically. And a point that Jay made in the week, as people are going on about signings and stuff like that quite fairly, is he only wants to bring in players who are really going to benefit the team, which makes this new signing, I'm really excited to find out who it is, Eric, aren't you? We couldn't get anything out of him in the interview earlier.
Opportunity for prestige from distance on his left foot. He scored an unreal volley against Ramsgate to help with a win in the Isle of Thanet Cup. Unlucky not to beat the defender there. Another effort from Carey. Ufua can't quite catch it and only trickles back to the Dover goalkeeper there.
What will be especially encouraging for the Margate bench right now is the number of players looking to get on the ball, looking to unleash that shot and get the goals that have been somewhat lacking in recent weeks.
Well, opportunities haven't been lacking today. There's been a number of chances. Ufua with opportunity when he was clean through, another one with a really powerful header that rattled against the crossbar, and it's really promising to see.
Paisley on the ball there. Friend looking to cut out the cross. Quick feet there. Can he get his cross in? Looking for a backup option there, which he finds. And Munns is on the ball. Such a playmaker for Dover is Munns. He's got a great range of passing ability. But again, Margate doing really well. They're forcing the visitors to go back to their centre-back pairing as they look to launch another attack. Woods on the ball. Crosses in first time. The keeper comes out. Voss doing exactly what you want. Looking calm, collected.
It makes such a difference having a goalkeeper with such a presence who takes control of their box. It really gives a sense of confidence to the rest of the defence, and will certainly go a long way to tightening things up at the back for the season ahead.
Well, as well, such a young goalkeeper to have had as many appearances as he has in non-league football.
It's a strong challenge there, and a couple of Dover players catching one another there, both down injured. So physios from either side running on to give some treatment here.
Yeah, I think that was just a coming together of bodies there, and unfortunately the two teammates probably not been able to avoid each other, have come off worse out of that. Fingers crossed nothing too bad as the physios come on. And I must say, in terms of physios, you can't ask better than the Dover guys. A really great team they've got at Dover Athletic.
And I believe Margate are advertising for
the recruitment goes on.
Sports therapist.
Yep, so if you're a physio or a sports therapist and you fancy working at the Gate this season, do get in contact. All the details are on the Margate website. It's a fantastic opportunity, actually. I think there's got to be someone out there that would love to get involved. Do check out Margate FC, and on there as well there are so many different opportunities to get involved with the club. And one thing that supporters might not be aware of is the 12th man campaign. If you haven't heard of it before, it's an opportunity, if you are a Margate supporter, to basically help Jay out with his playing budget. You can do a direct debit of however much you want a month. I believe it starts at around about £5 per month, and that money goes straight to Jay to help recruit players. It's called the 12-man fund for a reason. It's being able to play that part as a supporter if you so wish to do so. If you want to find out more, head to the Margate website. There is a tab on the homepage called 12th Man. Learn about it more if you want, and if you want to support, I'm sure Jay and his coaching staff would be really, really grateful, because the recruitment process is by no means over.
Porter with a really strong header there. Lewis doing well to keep possession here for the Blues. Wood now in possession with a bit of space here. Really poor ball. Finds Moncur. Bit of space now for Prestige to get an attack under the way. John coming under John Ufra coming on under a really strong tackle there from the Dover trialist, and he's now down on the ground holding that ankle that got clipped there by the Dover Athletics centre half.
That's the second crunching tackle of the game so far from the Dover centre back, making his presence felt.
Margate taking that free kick early. Sessignon now in possession.
We've had a really interesting question come through on the YouTube chat asking, are supporters going to be able to travel and watch the away match at Brighton and Sea in a fortnight? Really good question. As far as we're aware as a football club, you should be able to go and travel. We will be corresponding with Brighton and Sea to find out what their means of tickets are. At the moment, as I'm sure anyone tuned in can understand,
opportunity here for Margate. Sessignon not quite able to get an effective cross into the box, and it's easy for the goalkeeper to collect.
That was such a good opportunity there, but then thinking of the positive, great to see Cess making those overlapping runs into the box. Going back to the Brighton and Sea question, it really is a mixed bag at the moment. Fortunately for us, we have an online ticketing system that we can make the most of. Not all non-league clubs have that luxury. We will be corresponding with Brighton and Sea very shortly. Please do keep an eye on the website. You will be the first to know once we get confirmation. A couple of weeks ago we were told by Whitstable supporters weren't allowed, then 10 minutes later we were told they were. We understand it can be a little bit frustrating, but as soon as we get things confirmed, you will be the first to know. That margatefc.com website and also, our social channels are the ones to go to.
Follow our Twitter account, press the bell button, and you'll be alerted for all of our tweets. We'll be providing any ticket information we can via those channels.
Eric, in terms of stand-up players so far in this opening 45 minutes, who's caught your eye? I guess for either side, but I'll start with Margate.
Yeah, I think Carey taking an excellent effort, but the work rate and that John Ufra has put in today in an unfamiliar position, he's really been leading by example by leading the line effectively for Margate. Really good play there from him, laying the ball off to Carey and making a move there. Now back in possession. Carey
looks technically really, really good, solid on either foot, reactive, but also again able to pick out a pass or two. As Dover are on the ball, Munn's passing out to Paisley.
This is where Dover look really dangerous. They've got really good technical ability throughout the side, and they're able to turn any attack into a good opportunity. Wood down here on the right flanks. Sessignon doing really well to get a challenge in and kicks the ball out and over the car park.
Yeah, that one lands in the car park. So if you're parked in the Margate car park, hopefully you avoided that one. But yeah, like you say, Eric, Dover with their quality as a National League side, when they want to turn it up a notch, they certainly can. And a lot of very, very talented people, particularly in that attacking area. Jack Munns and Sam Woods there. You can never be quite sure where they're going to find a pass, but they certainly can. As Rigger's on the ball, and unfortunately for Dover, it goes out for a throw-in. But very fortunately for the Gators, it's that man Carey who has caught the eye so far this half. Physically a very strong player as well, besides the technicality, which again is a trait that you need at this non-league level. It's a battleground out there in the Isthmian League. So being able to hold your own is certainly a trait that Jay Saunders will be looking for anyone that he recruits
And in the interview, Charlotte, that you had with Jay before the game, where he was talking about how he was happy with the fitness levels, and you can really see that coming through. There's some real sharpness in the attacking play, really good movement, and I can't see any player out here who's taken their foot off the gas so far this half. A really good effort from the players. And also Bailey Vose is home debut here in goal for Margate. He's been particularly impressive. One really magnificent save, clawing the ball out of the top corner there.
Oh, unfortunately there, they're signing Connor Evans offside as the half-time whistle blows here at Hartsdown Park. It's a goal apiece between Margate and Dover Athletic. Eric, your thoughts on the opening 45 minutes?
It's been a really entertaining game of football. We've seen a really good goal here from Carey, and some really good football as well, as we see Margate building up their momentum towards starting the season in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, and I think for Dover supporters tuned in to Gate TV, the opportunity, it's only the second run out that the team have had, and I think they'll come away at half-time pleased with the sort of test out and the run out. You can see it is a case of building that momentum and that tempo up. But yeah, certainly an entertaining opening 45 minutes. Do stick around, we will be back shortly providing you with commentary from the second half. But to keep you occupied in the meantime, here are the highlights. We had to play them again, didn't we, Eric, from the win here 2 weeks ago when the Gate retained the Fanet Cup, beating Ramsgate 3-2. Enjoy, and we will see you very soon.
Margate winning by the odd goal in 5 last season, and this match so far certainly has given us as much, if not more, entertainment than we saw last season.
And obviously it's just such a historic fixture in the calendar, which makes it, I think, all the greater to see supporters here. The timing was perfect. Margate were able to welcome 15% capacity back, and tickets went on sale in midweek and sold out very quickly, so much so the website almost crashed on Thursday evening. So great to see such support, and also being able to present this live stream as Noel Leighton's on and goal there. Oh, just couldn't get the touch. The follow-up, and it's in! Margate gets their equaliser. Connor Evans there, the right man in the right place after some great build-up work, and that's a brilliant response from the home team, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 goals in the opening 4 minutes here at Hartsdown Park. We're certainly in for some action here, certainly hoping people aren't missing the start of this game, because they'll be missing out, certainly. Richards one-on-one against Ramsgate defender McIntyre. Doesn't quite manage to find a blue shirt with a cross, and Ramsgate survive and are on the counter-attack. Well blocked there by Prestige.
And that is the experience that Reece Prestige gives you in the middle of the park there. His experience to let Miller come onto the ball, blocks up play, and another attack as Jay Porter is on the ball, crosses it in great, just slightly over there as Noel Leighton was making the run. A good contingent of Ramsgate supporters here. The tickets were allocated, 200 going to Margate supporters, 100 going to the visitors, which again helps contribute to an atmosphere here at Hartsdown Park, one that we have missed for so long. No supporters in the ground since March. It's been a very long 5 months, and normally we don't see pre-season so late in August. There will be a couple of drinks breaks going on throughout the first half as Carey puts on pressure. Great work by there, takes it left-footed. Great save there, brilliant pressure again by Carey, who is impressing in these opening stages. Leighton picks up play. Frustration there as Ramsgate pick up the ball, and I think again just a bit of a shout out to the board here at Margate, the team of staff and volunteers who've managed to put this free streaming service together to be able to connect fans, and those of you still shielded as Reece Prestige looks to unleash a shot.
With a shot from distance, looking for his second of the day. Well saved there from Brannon Daly. Noel Leighton now in possession, plenty of space to run into. The Ramsgate defence backing off him. Little neat through ball. Luke Carey in possession with the shot, and that is well saved there from Brannon Daly.
Selko as Sessignon loses possession.
Opportunity now. Wilson, 6 yards out, shot, looks to slot it through goalkeeper Mitchell Ware's legs. The goalkeeper does excellently there to fall on the ball and holds on to it.
Quick feet there, finding his teammate Evans on the left-hand side. Great direct play there.
Good covering from Abagui, but Margate still in possession. Opportunity here with Prestige in possession. Whips a ball into the 18-yard box. Leighton brings it down well. Substitute John Ufer in space. Shot, and it stings the fingertips of goalkeeper Brannon Daly, who picks it up at a second attempt with Leighton sniffing for any rebounds.
Prescott on the ball there for the Gate. Reece Prestige again. What a shift he's putting in today. I think you can even see his fitness picking up as he's on the ball. Margate charge forward, he picks out Evans.
Down his left flank, shot. Daly electing to kick long. Porter now in possession, clears his lines well. Prestige looking to win possession back, but Ramsgate battered him well. Opportunity for the crossing. Expertly brought down by number 10 Ashley Miller there, turned on a sixpence, swung his left foot at it, couldn't quite angle the shot at goal, and the ball sails just over the crossbar.
The ball launched into the Ramsgate half as Luke Carey again picks up possession. He is so useful at that, a really quick player, turns up the tempo as Reece Prestige looks to be fouled by Roland there. Matt Longhurst not happy there. Not happy with that decision, but it looked like a pretty fair one to me. Prestige again using that experience to draw out the foul, giving his side possession as Leighton's on the ball. Lovely ball into Carey. Can he get the touch? Oh, they've done it! That man in the right place.
Connor Evans there, getting slotted through, and he finishes with a plum in the bottom corner past the advancing goalkeeper Brannon Davey. An excellent pass there from Leighton. Margate take the lead 2-1 to the Gate.
And obviously replacing the sort of like magical players like Cadell Daniels is a huge task, so kind of spreading out.
Volley, and Prestige on the volley, 18 yards out, smashes the ball past goalkeeper Daly. What a goal, Prestige.
I'm really pleased to see Reece Prestige get a goal. I've been singing his praises throughout this game. I think he's been a real star performer for me. I've spoken all about his defensive credentials, how he uses his experience and manages it really, really well. What a sweet volley.
Opportunity now for Margate. Musmala picking up possession. Danger's not fully cleared with Ufa on the right wing, finds Stannard. Richards crossing from a central position. Leighton lets it run. Musmala with an opportunity here. Lashes at the opportunity on his left foot. It gets blocked and goes behind for a Margate corner. Good clearance here by Daly. An opportunity for Ramsgate down this left flank. 18 yards out. Ball's cut back to Miller, who shoots. A delightful effort. Curling into the wind. It's game on. Second goal for Ramsgate is 3-2 with 8 minutes remaining here at Hartsdown Park. Wilkinson in possession now, looking very calm and composed in possession, looking to thread a ball through to Leighton, which he does, but he just can't quite nick that, and Ramsgate are able to bring the ball out. And there it is, the final whistle is blown, and Margate retain the Thanet Cup, winning here at Hartsdown Park 3-2. What a game!
Oh, Eric, I'm absolutely delighted for everyone involved with Welcome back to Hartsdown Park. We've got another Kent derby for you this afternoon. It's Margate versus Dover Athletic, and if you're only just joining us for the second half, it's 1 goal apiece here, and it's been a cracking game so far, hasn't it, Eric?
It certainly has. Really good football, and a really good goal for Margate coming from Luke Carey, who, if you don't know, he's a signing who previously was at Charlton Athletic, and he did experience a serious injury, but it's really good to see that he's got some really impressive sharpness here and has looked really impressive.
Yeah, no, he certainly has, and I think it will be interesting to see how this second half unfolds. For those of you again who are just tuning in, to give you a bit of context, this is the penultimate pre-season friendly here at Hartsdown Park, whereas for our visitors it is only their second outing of the pre-season so far. The English football pyramid is all a little bit skew-if at the moment in terms of start dates, but the Gate have got their start date. Competitive football kick starts in September, whereas for Dover they've got to wait a little bit longer until October. So they've had one pre-season run out before today, that was against Hive, and so yeah, great to be able to host National League opposition here.
Dover 1-0 victors in that game, and there has been a lot of substitutions take place. One that I can tell you that's happened is Josh Bexon, who was in goal for Dover, has come off with Yusim Mersing coming on in his place, who was captain at the Hive Town game.
And thank you to everyone who has tuned in to join us here at Gate TV. We made the commitment at the start of pre-season to bring you the action wherever you were, and some of you have got in contact during the break. We've had James Green, good first half from the boys. Dover started bright, but we grew into the half and had the better chances. Same again in the second half. Please, boys and the London branch have also been in touch as well. Much better from Margate today. They've stepped up. Kerry is very technically gifted. Ufa up top has been a revelation. And a final shout out to Wesley Fitzgerald, who's actually here at Hartsdown Park. He's come down with his son for his first visit to Hartsdown Park. So Wesley, I hope you have both enjoyed your afternoon so far. Thank you for choosing to spend your Saturday with us here at Margate.
Yeah, really good to see Margate supporters chatting to one another in the comments section. Looks like the London and Northampton branches are looking to get an away day underway, possibly earmarking an away trip for the FA Cup once we know what fixture that is.
Yeah,
we very much look forward to that one. Yeah,
the magic of the FA Cup is happening this month, as well as the Gate anticipate the draw, which I think is being made at some point this week. I'm not entirely sure. Again, I'm still getting to grips with this new season layout and everything that's happening, but don't worry, you can keep up to date with everything on the Margate website.
Dover with an early opportunity here, and goalkeeper Vose does really well to get down and gather that. He's had a really good game so far, and it's really great to have such commanding presence in goal, with Vose making his home debut here today for the Gate.
Yeah, it's probably the first opportunity most of you had to see the new Margate #1 in action. A young prospect, but he's had over 150 appearances at the level above, so again another fantastic recruitment made by manager Jay Saunders. He identified a goalkeeper and a striker at the top of his wish list. He's got one, and apparently, fingers crossed, there will be positive news happening at the start of the week as paperwork and bits and pieces get signed as well.
So it's certainly an exciting first half. Charlotte, any particular players stand out for you in the first 45?
Like quite a lot of the Margate supporters, Kerry's really impressed me with his technical ability, his reading of the game, also his physicality as well. But overall I think it's been a really competent performance from number 1 to 11 for Margate, as again Richards gets the foul and is in a really good position for the Gate if they can test over early on in this second half and make the most of a set piece opportunities of their own, as it looks like there's quite a few eyeing up the opportunity, which is exactly what you want. Again, you want players to step up, you want them to be involved in situations like this, and it is Carey and Richards having a little discussion.
Being in pre-season, it's that opportunity to get on the free kicks, and if you manage to get a good effort on goal in these situations so early on in the season, you certainly put yourself in a good position to be on them for the start of the season.
I wonder who it would be. Would it be Richards or Carey launching the effort? It looks like they're going to try and get a shot on goal.
It's Richards, deflects off the wall, and substitute goalkeeper Yusim Mersing just managing to push the ball against the post and scoop the ball out of the goal.
That could have been the perfect start to the second period for the Gate. They're very, very unlucky. That kind of deflection leaving the goalkeeper planted, but he recovers well and picks up the ball As Richards looks like it's been fouled there. Has the referee called it? Oh, yeah, I think he has. Pretty easy one for the referee to give there, and Jack Richards has been in the walls over pre-season so far, as you can see, with the stitches covered up there from the head wound on Tuesday, but fit enough to play, which is great because, again, Eric, we've been saying what good pre-season he's had, like a lot of the Margate players now, looking sharper and fitter with every 90 minutes that gets played.
Yeah, Richards has looked really sharp, and unfortunately Leighton is out today, injured. He's picked up an Achilles injury. Really disappointing news for him because he certainly was building up really good fitness, and 6 weeks out of the game certainly will put him back, but I'm sure he'll come back fighting and even more hungrier to get his season underway.
Yeah, that was a big blow for the Margate team there, losing Noel Leighton, who had played so well in the last time we were here at Hartsdown Park, setting up what proved to be, oh no, it wasn't the match winner, was it? It was the second goal, that beautiful pass to Carey, and then the volley by Reece Prestige. If you haven't watched it yet, do check it out on Gate TV. It's well worth it. We're going to keep mentioning that win against Ramsgate as many times as we want, because if you don't know, it's a pretty big deal. Ufwa goes to get possession, but Mersin is out and gathers well. Been doing really well in that number 9 role. It's an unfamiliar one.
Really good solid keeping there from Mersin. Bit of a dangerous position that going, diving in at striker's feet, but really good effort here from Ufwa. He's started today's game really well, putting a real big shift, playing in an unfamiliar position as leading the strike force here. Honestly,
you can't ask for much more from your number 9 than that, covering and putting the centre back under pressure, picking up possession, and just unfortunate there the ball didn't fall quite right to Carey, but creating opportunities through sheer hard work, which is the principle that you're going to need at any level if you want to do well. And I think alongside Carey, he's really impressed me this afternoon.
And from a Dover's perspective, they've only had one pre-season friendly so far, as we've said, but impressing me today, Rigg, who got the goal, and also Munns has had a really good game so far. And there's an opportunity here down the right flank. Cross clip towards the back stick. Can't quite find the attacker, and Margate are able to clear their lines with Ufwa again chasing down the Dover defence.
Margate needing to push up here. The majority of the team camped in their own half as Dover look to start up another attacking move. Lots of trialists on display for them as Andy Hessenthaler builds his squad for the 2020-21 campaign in the National League.
It looks like there's been wholesale changes here for much of the Dover Athletics side. They certainly have had one of the bigger benches that I've seen here at Hartsdown Park, and so perhaps they may have a few more fresher legs out there for this second half. Margate don't look to have made
any changes so far. And again, that's just another sign of where these two teams are at with their pre-season preparations. Manager Jay Saunders looking to settle into his starting 11 and his side, whereas for Dover Athletic it's still very, very early days. Hence the number of new unfamiliar faces who, again, we don't know the names of. We're at that point with Dover where it is just try list. So if you're tuned in for Dover Athletics, sorry we can't assign any names to them, but it's part and parcel of pre-season. But hopefully the footage will give you a clear idea of how your team is building up for the season. And if you are a Dover fan, what are your aspirations and ambitions for the season? It's great to have your company here on Gate TV. We would love to hear from you, and also do share your photos wherever you're tuned in this afternoon on our social media page. Get my words out, social media pages. We'd love to give you a shout out as well.
Porter picking the ball up on this left wing, plays the ball back to Friend. Margate looking to keep possession here as the Dover attack press the Margate defenders. A good ball from Swift up towards Ufwa. Finds Sessignon out on this right flank. Really good football here from Margate, taking control of this game early in the second half.
And I think with Dover making so many changes, it's now that as the hosts to have the opportunity to turn up the notch, to dictate play, and boss things a little bit, and that's what you'd expect, and that's what Jay's going to be wanting from his side. We've used the word a lot this afternoon, but that kind of ruthlessness is incredibly important.
Yeah, as is finding a rhythm to your play as well. And what we saw towards the end of last season with Margate was that their passing style of football, passing at pace, and plenty of movement up top was a real plus point from the end of the season before it was cancelled due to the pandemic.
And there are options on the bench for manager Jay Saunders. He names a very young substitutes bench as Reece Prestige looks to block any shot on goal. It goes well over, nothing for Voss to worry about there. But this Dover team, they've got a lot of quality, and it's something that the Gate are going to have to be aware of and maintain their defensive concentration and focus, no matter how much possession they enjoy, which I anticipate they will have a lot of this second half.
Yeah, and that's where I think Margate are really going to be at risk to those counter-attacks because of the quality that the Dover Athletic players possess. And it's a really good test for the Margate side, really a good opportunity to sharpen minds and get that focus ready for when the new season kicks off properly.
And can you believe we've waited so long for a season fixture list? The first game of the season is the longest trip away from home. You couldn't quite write that. But the week after we will be here at Hartsdown Park hosting Carshalton Athletic, and then Hornchurch, two sides hotly tipped to do well this campaign. So if you haven't got your season ticket yet, do snap it up. You've got until Thursday to get a reduced price as well. Early bird tickets are available online, or you can also call up the club to arrange payment and make sure that your seat is secured for the 2020-21 campaign. We've had to wait extra long for it, but it'll be worth the wait.
Afua doing really well to find Sessignon out on this right flank, who cuts inside, finds the feet of Moncur. Really good link-up play here from the Blues, and Afua are now shifting out to this right-hand side with Evans finding that centre-forward berth, just filling in for Afua.
What Afua's doing really, really well now. He's been a magnet for the Dover defence, which frees up other teammates to get on the ball. He's done a really sterling job in that position this afternoon, but now obviously the Gate will be looking to merit that with a couple more goals. Maybe they can take the lead in this afternoon's pre-season friendly.
Certainly be good for Kent bragging rights, wouldn't it?
It certainly will, and for confidence as well. I know it's been said a lot of times, particularly by Jay, that results aren't the most important thing in pre-season, but it has been a difficult one. There's been a couple of poorer results over the past week, so a win would be lovely, and confidence is a really key thing to build. But I certainly think the Gate can take confidence from this performance so far. Looking sharp, enjoying possession, and now it's about threading together some more prominent attacking moves.
Before dropping a bit deeper here now, picking up possession, doing really well to keep the ball, and plays a long ball back to Vose. Just touching on what you were saying with the first away game of the season being at Brightlingsea, it is the longest trip of the season. We don't necessarily know much about the side. I did hear Jay saying in his interview that he will try get some of his coaching side along to watch them, to see their style of play, to inform how they may approach that game.
And that's again all the work that goes on behind the scenes, getting opposition watched, getting your tactics side of it right, and that's exactly something Jay Saunders and his coaching team of Jamie Coyle and Craig Holloway will be doing. They'll be beginning their homework on these teams now. So much work goes on to prepare the team, as well as all of the phone call conversations, player negotiations. Jay said in the week that he and his assistant Jamie Coyle have been working tirelessly to recruit the right players, was a point that he reiterated to me in his interview. You can go out and sign any players. He's getting players offered to him left, right and centre. It's about getting the quality players to make a difference to this Margate team. And
certainly those players who are going to fit into the system that Margate are looking to play. They really are one of the sides in non-league who look to play football. Opportunity here for Dover, left foot volley, not quite caught right by the Dover striker, and it's easy for Vose to bring the ball in, and plays the ball out to Prestige, playing a long ball towards Ufwa, can't quite find him, and that's easy for the Dover defence, who are now coming away down this left flank.
Good bit of vision from Prestige there to see the pass, but unfortunately not the execution. But positive to see Margate as Swifty makes an uncharted run forwards. Not very often we see our skipper making such a run. Oh, he's going back now. Going back to the, oh no, he's going to still get involved. That is another asset, isn't it, that Ben Swift offers the team. He's known to score a goal or two as well. Has helped the Gate get a clean sheet or two.
Goal last week away at Brentwood will certainly given him some attacking confidence in this pre-season.
And I think as this game goes on, it might be a case for the Gate that those set piece opportunities are going to be so important. It's well communicated that Margate is still recruiting some attacking firepower, an in and out striker. So again, it just makes those set pieces all the more important for people like Swifty and Liam Friend, who are known to contribute goals from such opportunities.
Opportunity now for Dover. Wood plays a disguised pass to the centre of the pitch, and the effort is high and wide.
And a shout out to Helena, who says she's just back in, exhausted after her first training session. Time to catch up with Margate on YouTube versus Dover. Great work again from Gate TV. Thank you, Helena. Great to have your company this afternoon. Hope you're enjoying the game. It is 1-1 here at Hartsdown Park. We might not have had tons and tons of goals, but certainly I think even for a neutral, it's been an interesting one to watch.
There's certainly been some good football on display, and there certainly are some talented players out there on both sides. It's been a real pleasure to watch this game. We hope that you're also enjoying the game, brought to you live via Gate TV.
Carey there, pressing play. Can he pick up possession for Margate? I think, will he enforce the corner? No, not quite. Merson clears, but they will get to the throw-in, and that's exactly what Jay Saunders will be wanting from his team, not just this afternoon, but moving forward. Anyone that visits Hartsdown Park, he's going to want them to give him a really, really hard time and make this place a fortress for the campaign. Liam Friend there shugging off the marker, but the ball gets picked up in the clearance there. Is that another one heading towards the car park? Kitman Adam will no doubt have the ball ready. TJ, the signing from Gillingham, fitting into the Dover defence. The visitors have made a number of signings as they rebuild and prepare for life in the National League, one of probably the most competitive leagues. And they're probably one of the, apart from Gillingham, one of the only full-time outfits in the county. So a great test for Margate this afternoon. And Eric, I think Margate have more than held their own.
Yeah, Margate certainly held their own, and more actually. Certainly looked really impressive going forward. John Ufa playing out of position has been extremely lively and really put a shift in. The new signing has been very impressive, as has Carey, who's on the ball here now.
Margate enjoying a lot of possession. It's just about the execution now and being really, really ruthless. The ball over the top goes for Carey to give TJ something to defend, and the youngster does well. And the visitors have the throw-in. That final third is such an important area with Noel Layton out injured. It's an area that manager Jay Saunders knows he has to recruit in. It's that missing piece of the jigsaw of what looks a really, really solid starting 11, it must be said. Would you be surprised if any of these changed for the Brightness League? I mean, to me, this looks like that starting 11 we might see, if obviously all the player signings, I know not everyone is signed up, but you'd feel confident, wouldn't you, if this was...
Certainly would, but with Brightling C, as Jay was saying, it's a bit of an unknown outfit in terms of how they're going to be lining up for the new season, and so it is a small squad at the moment here at Margate, so Jay will have an 11 in mind, but hopefully a couple more signings coming in through this pre-season will give an opportunity to mix up how Jay may line up and adjust those starting lineups and style of play to meet the needs of the type of opposition that you're coming up against.
Yeah, and I know a lot of supporters have gotten in contact to say and ask a little bit more about the 12-man scheme, how they can support. The 12-man scheme was set up last season and it's got one sole objective, and that is to raise funds for the play-in budget, and supporters and businesses as well. There's a business package that you can do. You can get involved. You can pledge by direct debit for a maximum period of 9 months, and donations and contributions start at £5 per month and they go up to £25 per month. So if you did want to get involved with the scheme, like I know a number of loyal supporters have done and continue to do, head to the Margate website. On the homepage you will find the 12th man tab. and you can support there. There are also other ways to support the Gate this season. Player sponsorship, although most of the first team have gone, they've been snapped up, there are still a number available to sponsor their home and away kit, and also match ball sponsorship. Check out the Margate website if you fancy getting involved and doing something a little bit different this season. I think it's clear to say that all non-league clubs need the support of local business and their fan base during what has been a tough few months.
Isn't it great to hear the supporters there, the Margate fans making their voices heard, and the familiar sound of the drum coming from behind the goal?
Yeah, I think that went down in the risk assessment, Terry's voice. she's marshalled 3 metres, can't get near her. But no, it is great to have supporters here at Hartsdown Park. If you don't know already, tickets are sold in advance, they're sold online. No tickets are available at the turnstiles. That is to help limit kind of contact with cash, but also to enable the track and trace system as well. So if you do fancy coming down to Hartsdown Park for the pre-season game next Saturday against Tunbridge Angels, you are certainly most welcome. Head to the website to buy your ticket, but also snap up an early bird season ticket as well.
Dover with the opportunity with a set piece here again. Vose, who's been very impressive in his home debut here, really taking control of that situation and cleanly taking that deep cross.
I think a sense of urgency now coming into the Margate play when you get the ball back. What's the earliest option that can be done? How can you catch your opponents off guard a little bit? And maybe could have been a little bit quicker coming out of that one. But Swift finds Sessignon, who's easy to spot with those pink boots. And Monka running a little bit into a dead hole there.
Bit of a cul-de-sac that one.
Yeah. And it's things like that though that then contribute to giving away needless set pieces. And the Gate will have to get organised now as the visitors will look to swing the ball in and see if they can regain the lead.
Free kick in a similar position to one that was given away a couple of moments ago. Good delivery towards the penalty spot. Excellent defending there. Really good touch there from what looked like Swift, and it goes.
Was it Friend or Swift?
I think it was Swift. yeah. Swift.
On your head, Bix. I know if Liam Friend watches this in the highlights and he's not been credited, he'll be on at us. No, but it's either of those two though, aren't they?
I don't want Friend taking credit for Swift's header there.
No, exactly. But even between those two, they've been a real solid pairing through pre-season and beforehand, haven't they, as well? A great centre-back pairing. I think any team in our league would want those two in their team, wouldn't they?
They seem to get on really well on and off the pitch as well, don't they? So dangerous corner. Vose again taking control of the situation with a really good double-handed punch, well clear of the box. Wood back in possession here for Dover.
And what a great signing he looks for Dover. He's got the skipper's armband, and you can see the kind of leadership and experience and probably why he was high on manager Andy Hessenthaler's wish list. He's got tons of Football League experience, National League experience, and on that note, he's coming off. Substitute by a familiar face to Margate fans, Marshall Ratton, who appeared here at Margate a handful of times on loan from the Dover Academy. Going through your messages now. Lots of questions coming in about plans for the new season. One about the O'Neill's Margate kit clothing. When's it coming in? Great question. So the Gate have signed a new deal with O'Neill's, and you may have noticed actually, as a company, they've made huge waves in football. Deal Town have signed a deal with them, and I think partly because the history kit was so impressive, a number of football teams signed up. My understanding is there will be news on the home kit very, very soon. If not early this week, by the end of next week. The club have commissioned local artist Luke McLean, who helped design the best-selling unique history kit. He's been involved, which is amazing, I think, because it means that the kit really means something when it's designed and crafted locally. But because of COVID and staff on furlough at various companies, including O'Neill's, the process has been slightly slower, so I think there will be an element of patience needed, but fingers crossed more news will be coming out soon. And if the history kit is anything to go by, I think Margate, the boys, will be playing in something pretty unique next season.
Not to forget a shout out to our sponsors as well, the Libertines. They've been fantastic advocates for the club, wearing kits during gigs. We've been sending kits across the world just through the support, so they've been fantastic advocates for the club. They've recently taken up residence here in Margate, and you do see a couple of the guys around town every now and again. Really nice fellas, always up for a chat when you see them.
And also massive shout out to the Albion Rooms, the bar, hotel, recording studio that the Libertines are associated with. They have always been fantastic supporters of the football club, and I'm told the band have made some inquiries about season tickets. So again, they haven't been known to come down to Hartsdown Park to watch a game. Fingers crossed we'll be able to welcome them soon, but as soon as there's news, you guys will be the first to know. But I, for one, am so pleased that Luke McLean has gotten involved and agreed to do the kits, because I think it's just, with the history kit, wearing that unique shirt, it's definitely something that if we can do it again as a football club would be absolutely awesome. And looking out now at Hartsdown Park, I can see a number of history kits, the goalkeepers kits. They're just so striking, they stand out. They're not like these bland designs that just get turfed out to every football club. And I say that because I'm practically in the Jacko kit, which is the same as Dover's, so at least we'll stand out. But thank you for your questions. If there's anything that we can clarify or help at all about, just fire them through on the page, on the Twitter channels as well. Hopefully quite a lot of information that you need if you are a Margate supporter is on the website at the moment. All the early bird information's on there, all the season ticket prices for the next campaign are on there, sponsorships, the lot.
Really great to read that we've got a number of Dover fans joining us today. Liam Reed watching the game from his mobile phone, and we've also seen a lot of Margate fans as well posting pictures on Twitter with shots of their screens in their living rooms watching the game. Really great that so many of you could join us through this live stream on Gate TV, even if you couldn't be here in person today here at Hartsdown Park. Carey now in possession. It's been a little while since Margate have had the ball. Dover have been taking hold of this second half a little bit with possession. Not really had the opportunity to carve out any opportunities until now, with an effort from 25 yards out, sailing well clear of the crossbar. That is a bit of a warning shot there for the Margate defence though.
One of the loyal Margate volunteers heading to pick out the ball. Good luck finding that one, as Margate are on possession with the new gate number 1, Bailey Voss, who I think will have impressed Margate supporters on his home debut. I think the game against Sittingbourne was a bit of a tough one, speaking to Alan and Graham, the Margate kitmen and groundsmen who were there. 2 absolute worldies were scored on Tuesday evening, which Bailey couldn't have done anything about. But certainly, even with today's goal, it was limited what he could have done for that, but has looked really competent, really composed and calm for such a young goalkeeper. What did I say?
I think it was Faversham, wasn't it?
What did I say?
Sittingbourne.
Sittingbourne, there we go. Goodness, I've got Sittingbourne on my mind for some reason.
Yeah, certainly a different Margate side here today in terms of the energy and the style of play as well. There's real confidence in the Margate players. We can see as we look to play out from the back, passing football, Vose really looks good and composed with the ball at his feet. Playing a long ball here, finding the head of Richards. It really is an alternative option for Margate to really get some attacks going, having a goalkeeper with that range of passing both short and long.
And we have been asked if the Libertines are sponsoring the team for the 2020-21 season. We can confirm that the Libertines will be on the front of the shirt again next season. Designs are in the making. O'Neill's are going to be manufacturing the shirts because they did such a stellar job with the famous history kit, which was popular not only here in Margate for supporters but across the world as well. It was ridiculous seeing all the orders come in from practically every continent. As John Uffer is on the ball now, what a great game he's had. He deserves the goal and he's got it!
Cuts in on his left foot, curls top corner, goalkeeper, statue reflexes, doesn't move, nestles top bin. What a goal. If anyone deserved one today, it's John.
Yeah, do you know what, I'm just going to step back a minute and applaud, like the guys on the bench there, because he certainly has deserved a goal this afternoon. He's worked incredibly hard, and what a goal to score, an absolute peach of a shot.
He's put in such effort throughout this game, and his fitness levels must be through the roof at the moment to keep going and then pull out a finish with such technical quality.
I was going to say, yeah, no signs of any heavy legs there with that strike, and definitely what he deserves as the manager. Makes a change. Freddie Moncur coming off for Archie Burnett, another Margate youngster there. Gives a little high five to Reece Prestige, and what an opportunity for the young man to play alongside him, because if you're a youngster coming into any kind of team, having the likes of Reece Prestige, those senior players, Liam Friend, talking to you, communicating to you, you're only going to evolve and improve. Great to see the Gate take the lead as Connor Evans there proving an absolute nuisance on the ball.
John's still running. John for a great pace. Not quite managing to keep the ball in play there, but such energy. And what a goal. Margate leading here at Hartsdown Park 2-1 against National League opposition Dover Athletic.
Yeah, brilliant. It's been a really positive afternoon, and thank you to supporters who are getting in contact, leaving us your feedback and your questions as well. We've had a lot coming in towards the 12th man scheme, and one listener has even asked anywhere we can donate towards the feed, like a donation, which is a really, really kind suggestion, because obviously we are providing this coverage for free. Like most non-league clubs, we need every penny at the moment, and you can, if you like, donate to the club on the 12th man page as a one-off payment. So if I can direct anyone that wishes to make a donation, even as just a thanks for screening today's game, that's really kind and generous of you. You can head to the 12th man section on the website and find out more there, as another change is made. Another, again, stellar performance by Jay Porter, who is replaced by George Lamb, who was praised by manager Jay Saunders for the week. Another exciting prospect coming through the ranks here at Hartsdown Park.
Ball's played back to Vose, really long clearance here. Margate looking to get the ball down and get possession around this centre circle. That's really good to see Margate winning those second balls there.
Oh, nice. And you know what, if you needed convincing of getting an early bird season ticket, can you just watch this attacking move, please?
Connor Evans now in a very dangerous position, plays it back to John Ufo, who's looking for his second of the game, a turning effort, and hits the crossbar for the second time today. He's been absolutely electric today. What an effort that shot was.
Right, can we make a note of what minute that was? Clip it up. Because if you are thinking, or if you're 50-50 about whether to get a season ticket or not, back the boys, back what Jay and his team are trying to do here. Lovely, lovely fluid stuff, and great to see the boys playing so confidently.
Margate keeping the pressure on with another opportunity with a corner here. A deep delivery towards the back of the box. That man John Ufer in possession again, his confidence going to be really high.
And I think that's, don't want to speak now, because I can just sense maybe another goal is coming from Margate here, as the youngster gets his body in the way, picks up possession. Fair play there. I don't think any kind of foul was committed as Richard lays it out to John Lefroy. And again, you talk about confidence. Look at him now. He's a completely different player.
Ball comes out wide now for Richards. Looks to play the ball around the Dover
and he wins it.
But he does really well to win that corner. This is really good to see. Margate have had 6 defeats in 7 pre-season games. Perhaps some supporters were questioning what would be this season, but actually I think that this will put your minds at rest. The style and the energy and the fitness and the style of play here we're seeing at Hartsdown Park.
And a very, very well deserved round of applause echoes across Hartsdown Park as goal scorer John Ufwa comes off in place of Olumuyiwa Lawal. What a performance by him, a goal that will do him tons and tons of confidence, and a display to match. He practically covered every blade of grass.
Opportunity now with a corner coming in again for Margate. Really good cross, well defended by Dover. The danger's not gone. Carey with the cross again towards the 6-yard box to the back post.
Oh.
Swift not quite able to get over that one and just headers it high and wide of the goal.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, Swifty, to head the ball back in the position in the right time. And thank you to Mackie M, on Gate TV who's just donated £5 as a small thanks for today. Well, you're really welcome. Thank you so much for doing that. That £5 will go towards manager Jay Saunders' playing budget. So thank you so much. If anyone else wants to do the same, maybe I suppose in exchange for a ticket. Everyone else I think's had to pay about £6 to be here in the ground today. If you could donate that to the 12th man, then I think Eric and I have done our job.
Not just us, the players have put in a really good performance here. It's really been entertaining and a joy to watch today's performance. Let's hope that they can continue for the next 15 minutes or so and perhaps even push on and get another goal or two.
Well, that's the really important thing, isn't it? Jay was saying this game, and from now moving forwards, his players have got to earn their place in the starting 11 in Brighton City. So you don't just loosen up now just because you've got the lead. If anything, you've got to turn it up a notch. As Dover push forwards, the offside flag isn't there, the deflection is made. Margate defence not happy with that one, but it is the visitors who get the corner. And just quickly a shout out to Jeremy Jacobs, who has shared a photo with us over on our Twitter page. 2-1 against Dover, good pressure from Margate. I'd agree with you there, Jeremy. And thank you to Jeremy as well, who has supported the club through the player sponsorship. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm sure I will be corrected, sponsoring the skipper Ben Swift away from home. So thank you, Jeremy. That really means a lot, not only to Ben, but to all of us here at Margate.
Certainly in National League opposition, you can't rest on your laurels as a deep cross goes towards the back post. Opportunity, big scramble in the box and a miss from 3 yards there. Real let off for Margate and unfortunate for Dover not to equalise.
We said it when we played against Ramsgate. Any team, any 90 minutes, you've got to play right up until the whistle. There's some bodies kind of diving in the way to prevent that, or prevent Dover from getting an equaliser. And sometimes you earn your luck as well in football, but definitely a warning sign there from the visitors.
I certainly think that's something that Jay's going to be wanting to work on with the players around concentration, particularly after scoring goals. We've been fortunate here so far in pre-season with a couple of goals. The first half goal coming straight after Dover's going 1-0 up, and we saw the same at Ramsgate. Ramsgate going ahead, Margate equalising soon after. Opportunity now for Dover running through. Really good cover in there from Swift. He's had a really good game, hasn't he? Yeah, of course. That's exactly what you need sometimes. You know, as a centre-back pairing, you want to be communicating all the time, not affording an attacker the luxury of intercepting through the pair of you. But if you need to, and you need to do a recovery tackle, that is textbook there from Ben Swift. Thank you to everyone again who is messaging in, sharing your thoughts and opinions on today's game. Neil's got in contact to say, John, for pure flames today. Agreed. Work rate to the goal, immense. In a blue shirt as the wind is picking up again here. One day we're going to just have a nice sunny game with no gale force winds. But we love it. It's nice to be back into a bit more of a normal routine and to give you a bit of a glimpse into the week ahead. Manager Jay Saunders is hoping to arrange an away fixture on Tuesday, but we will be back here on Saturday for the visit of National League Southside Tunbridge Angels. Bit of a miscommunication there. Gifts, Dover possession, but Reece Prestige is there picking it up, and Voss clears his lines. Important now for the gate to stamp out any individual errors. That's nice to see. I think with Voss's ability with the ball at his feet, his teammates are certainly picking up confidence with the goalkeeper and looking to utilise him when it's helpful and playing the ball back to him there. It would be great to hear from some Dover Athletic supporters as well who might be tuned in watching their team. It's only the second run out. Any trialists taking your eye? Obviously we don't know their names, but you can message us their numbers. Be great to hear your thoughts as well. I think I'm looking at those that started. Wilder Haviland is still on. Got the skipper's armband now in the heart of the Dover defence, getting a lot of minutes for them this afternoon. And TJ, his centre-back partner, now pushed up slightly in the pitch, so maybe a versatile one for Dover supporters to keep an eye on. As Margate make another substitution, it's another Margate youth prospect coming on. And it's George Wilkinson, who's made a number of appearances throughout pre-season. It's really good to see Jay giving these younger players the opportunity to experience playing against higher level opposition, and it would be a really good experience, and will certainly be a benefit to these players going into the new season.
I think it's what makes Jay, again, such an asset to have as a manager is the fact that he's got a track record of working with young players, and why the likes of Swifty and Jack Richards come here and they get better and better. And it's a great testament for what's being built here as a football club. It's all easy, very saying we believe in the youth, etc., but actually to match that and give them minutes is another thing, and that's one thing that's been a theme of this pre-season so far. Young players coming through the ranks, and that will only inspire the next generation. Talking about club football, also should shout out Margate ladies, who begin their season tomorrow. They have got a trip to Dulwich Hamlet in the FA Women's Cup, so that is the first time that Evan Paris's side will be playing competitive football since March, so best of luck to them.
Dover looking dangerous here with an opportunity, shot from distance, blocked, an opportunity to equalise, and it's taken, and it's by number 3 who has come on at half time. And funnily enough, Bruno Tavares, supporter, chatting on the live chat on YouTube, that number 3 up top for Dover is a baller, and he certainly proved that with that cool, calm finish, slotting the ball past goalkeeper Vose, and 2-2.
2-2, but I think obviously the Vose, they're really frustrated to concede that one. We mentioned it earlier about really maintaining concentration, and when you've got a National League side in particular, trialists looking to impress, you cannot offer any sort of sniff on goal, which is unfortunate. And now Dover will have the bit between their tail, so it's a chance for the Gate, particularly the youngsters who are on the ball now, to not give them an opportunity. Ooh.
Yeah, really good ball there from youngster Archie Burnett there, looking for number 19, Lowell. Unfortunately, Lowell just caught offside there, and Dover looking to get the play underway quickly with Merson kicking long. Friend does well just to get the top of his head on that, but chance now for Dover with a corner. It's really going to be testing the resolve of the Margate defence here, with the scoreline held at 2-2 as Dover put on a bit more pressure with a cross to the back stick. The danger's not gone yet. The Whites keeping possession really hell, having a good spell with a chance at the back stick. Really good save there from Vose, and the linesman has flagged for offside anyway. Vose didn't know that and did really well, A, to get his body there, but also to hold on to that effort.
Yeah, covering his angles there. I think for Margate now, it's getting towards the end of the game, a few new faces, a few more inexperienced players there, but they can't afford to lose their discipline and their organisation. A few of the Dover players now going unmarked, afforded a bit more time on the ball than they should be, or they certainly have been so far this game. So it's just an opportunity now for Margate to step it up, tighten things up a little bit, and see this game out, and maybe even look for a winner. Oh,
Vose really commanding there, but kicks the ball straight into Swift, who's down injured, and really unfortunate circumstances there as number 3 gets his second goal to give Dover the lead, and albeit in quite strange circumstances.
Yeah, I mean, don't know how you can reflect on that one there, unfortunately. One of the goals I think we will put in the pre-season, banish it to the pre-season bank there. Unfortunate. Hopefully Swift isn't too badly hurt. Voss, they're doing what you would want him to do, to be commanding, to clear the ball. Maybe it wasn't quite the right decision, maybe Swift didn't hear it in time.
Well, I think it was difficult for Voss there because the wind did just pick up there, and so it did hold it up, and so it did create a bit of a difficult circumstance. He did clear it, and Swift did go down with a head injury, so possibly the referee could have halted play, but he elected not to, and number 3, the Dover trialist, was able to nip in and tap into an empty net.
I don't think we'll see a goal like that again here at Hartsdown Park this season. I don't think even if the boys had tried, they could have done that, but you can almost see there as Swift goes off, we'll be super disappointed, especially if that proves to be a match winner. But I suppose again it adds context to sometimes these pre-season results. doesn't really, the result does not give a reflection of the game. But
they haven't played together much as well, and communication and ways of playing together builds over time. It's only those second game with Swift, and so it was just a freak scenario.
Yeah,
and
hopefully he won't need any dental work, because that was quite a blast to take in the face. Fortunately, it doesn't look like he's concussed or it's a head injury. Hopefully it was just one that he can shake off. But to be fair, they haven't deserved to concede 3 goals, and you look back on them again and it's what more could they have done? But that's, fortunately for us, we don't have to think about that. That's something for the coaches to dissect and talk through with the team. So yeah, gosh, football, it just turns on the spin of the head. It's 3-2 to the visitors now.
Pre-season results don't matter though, do they, Charlotte?
They don't to us. But yeah, not a nice clash there, but fortunately it looks like Swift is okay and can certainly see out another 90 minutes, and it will be interesting to see how the Gate react. Now, they're not going to want to lose this game, they're going to be wanting to fight back. Their performance has certainly probably merited a bit more, as Dover are finding it easier to break down the team as Wilkinson picks up possession, finds Friend.
Number 3 there, really battling. I'm presuming he's a trialist. We haven't got his name to hand, and so you can't ask much more from a trialist. 2 goals in the half that you come on. I'm sure
exactly,
Andy Hessenthaler's going to be really pleased with his performance.
Certainly, and particularly even with that third goal, okay, it was a bit of a comedy of errors, but as a striker you need to be making a nuisance. You need to be in there, and you need to be enforcing those errors, no matter how
well he was the one challenging both Bowes and Swift and created that scenario, and then he reaped the rewards with it, with a goal. The game's not over now though, but Moncur now in possession, driving forward. It's here.
It's Carey. Yeah, Moncur came off. Yeah. Carey's been a little bit quieter over the last 10-15 minutes. If Margate can get the ball to him, he does look like a player that has the technical ability to not only see a pass but pick it out as well, as Margate will look to try and get an equaliser against Dover Athletic. Sessignon with the header on. Foul is given, just a clumsy one there. I guess if you have a little bit more experience, you know what ones to put your body forwards for and which ones not, and unfortunately it just gifts the visitors possession. They will take their time with this one, they'll push forward.
Irrespective of the score, Jay Saunders and his coaching team can take a lot from this game and be really happy with some of the players' performances today. Some standout players. Obviously John Ufer has gone off, and so it's sort of changed the game a little bit with John going off, hasn't it? I
think that it's pre-season, isn't it? You change things around. Normally if it was a league game when you've got that kind of momentum, you're not going to make those changes, but part of pre-season as well is giving youngsters minutes, giving trialists minutes. Jay certainly hasn't completed his squad for the season, so it's just all part and parcel of pre-season, no matter how frustrating that is sometimes when you look at results. There's much more to it normally than what you see. Now that to me was a foul. Yep, referee calls it. I think actually the Dover number 4, would be interested to see what other people think. TJ has been a lot more prominent in that more forward role than I think in the centre-back role, so interesting to see where and how he fits into manager Andy Hessenthaler's plans, because I definitely think he's been more of a threat to Margate in that midfield position.
Long ball here from Bowes, and the Dover defence deal with that very, very well, and that is it. The referee calls a end to proceedings here at Hartsdown Park. It turned out 3-2 to Dover. Margate really putting in a good performance, but Jay Saunders can be particularly pleased with the performance and the goals as well that Margate have scored today.
Yeah, it's a flip reverse of the last time that Margate ran out here. 3-2 to Dover, the National League side. I think Jay would have got what he wanted to out of today's game. A really, really good test. Lots and lots of positives. Just a shame couldn't get that elusive pre-season win, but I think it'll be good to have a chat with Jay in a little while here on Gate TV to dissect that performance a little bit, and you can see the management teams having having a chat there. I think there will be some disappointment in the Margate dressing room as well. Teams love to win football games, but I don't think they should feel too dejected from that.
No, pre-season results don't matter when you don't win them. So, but please do stay with us here at Hartsdown Park. We really do hope that you enjoyed today's coverage. It's been great having you here with us, and we're going to try and get a player, possibly Jay Saunders, up here to say a few words with us. So please do stay tuned, and we'll speak to you shortly.